Hello guys, welcome to another virtual biology lesson. On Wednesday we have been talking about a male reproductive system, and today it's time to continue the topic, but in case of women's reproductive system. And this system in females is much more complex than men's one, but also it's adapted not only to producing gametes but also to hosting the fertilized egg and later giving birth. And now let's go through the functions of female reproductive system. So here, the first point is producing female gametes, which are called egg cells or ovums. Those two words are both correct. Po polsku to są komórki jajowe. The second responsibility is producing female sexual hormones, estrogens, and a few others. And the third one is to provide optimal conditions for a new organism to form. And this is the third responsibility. If it comes to the construction of this system, it can be divided into two groups. Internal parts and external parts. And internal parts are as following: two ovaries, two oviducts or fallopian tubes, or there are a few names as well, but still oviduct or fallopian tube is okay. One uterus, which later after fertilization will be the home for the baby to develop, and vagina, which is the entrance to the uterus. If it comes to external parts, then we have mons pubis, which is the part just above the entrance to the vagina. Then we have two labia minora, which are covered by two labia majora, and clitoris, which is above all of them. And guys, we said that egg cells are the gametes of a female, and this is the biggest cell present in human body. It's filled with nutrients that the embryo is consuming in the first days after fertilization. It's covered with jelly coat that the agrosome of sperm cell digests. Everything is contained within by a membrane. And this is here what it looks like. This is of course just a diagram. It's not that beautiful and not cut through in reality. And guys, time to begin with the journey of an egg. So, ovaries secrete sexual hormones and release egg cells. This is here the ovary. On this diagram, you can see that there are two ovaries here and here. They are, of course, inside the body. This thing that you see on the screen right now is just a 3D render of what it looks like, but inside. And ovaries are similar size to a walnut. Inside there are ovarian follicles, and you can see here primary follicles, secondary follicles, and tertiary follicles. Po polsku to są pęcherzyki jajnikowe. And they are at various stages of development. So we have primary follicles that are just beginning to develop. Then we have secondary follicles that basically are underway, and there are mature follicles that are ready to break and release the egg cell, which is here outside. And this process of releasing ovum or an egg cell is called the ovulation. So guys, once the ovarian follicle breaks and releases ovum, it turns into corpus luteum, ciałko żółte. And then this corpus luteum will be present in the body until the cell is fertilized. If it's not, then it will disappear and hormones will start to be produced once again to start this process all over again. And this happens, this whole cycle of releasing an egg, then waiting for it to be fertilized, then breaking down of the corpus luteum lasts around 4 weeks, which is the month. Usually either left or right ovary are ovulating. They are not doing this simultaneously. So 1 month, the left ovary will release an egg, and 1 month, the right will do it. Sometimes it might happen then, that they do it simultaneously, and then there are two eggs. If two of them are fertilized, then we have twin pregnancy. So guys, here we have the egg cell here, and let's go through its journey, what's happening further. So guys, here we have ovaries, and our egg cell is right here. It is being released to the oviduct, which also has the third name uterine tube, but let's stick to the oviduct. And what is happening is traveling down the oviduct. Unlike sperm cell, egg cell doesn't have any flagellum to make it move. It's being pushed down the oviduct thanks to smooth muscle tissue contractions, because this oviduct is basically a tube made of muscles. And we have two of the oviducts. Both of them are connected to the uterus. Here is the uterus. This is where the baby will develop if the egg is fertilized on its way down the oviduct. Uterus basically looks like an upside down triangle. It has this shape. This white top part where the oviducts are connected to the uterus is called the body of uterus here. Po polsku trzon macicy. The bottom part where the uterus is connecting with vagina here is called the cervix, szyjka macicy. Walls of uterus, maybe I'll just wipe it. The walls of uterus are built with a thick layer of muscles in a way that they can stretch during pregnancy. Interior of uterus is lined with mucous membrane with numerous blood vessels. Also, this internal lining of uterus is endometrium. This mucous membrane is filled with numerous blood vessels, first of all, in order to supply the uterus with all the necessary nutrients, but also to make the walls of uterus soft and cozy for the upcoming egg cell. The last element of reproductive system is vagina. On the top side, which is here. On the top side, it's connected with the cervix, and on the bottom side, it exits the body. Vagina allows the semen to be delivered into the reproductive duct and also allows to give birth because if the baby is developing in here, then it will go out this direction. It's built of a very stretchy layer of muscle, so it can also change its shape and adapt to what's happening. And by what's happening, I mean the birth, because the baby, after 9 months of being inside the uterus, is quite huge. So this organ has to be stretchy. And now, the external sexual organs, external reproductive system organs are mons pubis, which is here on the surface of the body. It's not marked in here. Wzgórek łonowy. Then we have labium minus, which is the singular form of labia minora, and labium majus, which is the singular form of labia majora. And at the top, at the bottom of mons pubis, there is clitoris. And guys, mons pubis is mostly built out of fat. It's here to protect what's inside. Labia majora, or as here, labium majus, is just a fold of skin covering the vagina exit. Labia minora are two smaller folds of skin below labia majora, and clitoris is equipped with numerous sensory and nervous cells. So guys, let's discuss now the female sexual traits. Czyli cechy płciowe. Primary, secondary, and tertiary. So primary undoubtedly is the presence of ovaries and the fact that they are producing the egg cells. Secondary are the reproductive organs, such as uterus. And the tertiary are the ones that are not connected to reproducing at all, and those are just what the body looks like. So round hips, lack of body hair, and so on. Guys, so this is it for today. We will continue this topic, of course, because this is the functioning of female reproductive system is complicated and it definitely deserves a separate lesson. Anyway, I want you to be able to tell the functions of female reproductive system, what the female reproductive system is made of, and where those parts are located. So we have two ovaries, two oviducts, one uterus, one cervix, one vagina, and so on and so on. And then the female sexual traits. This is it for today. Please check your assignments because there will be something waiting for you. And thanks for watching.